Howdy, y'all. This is Proverbs 30 in the ASV for March 30th, 2023. The words of Agur, son of Jacob, the oracle. The man saith unto Ithiel and to Ukal, Surely I am more brutish than any man, and have not the understanding of a man, and I have not learned wisdom, neither I the knowledge of the Holy One. Who hath ascended up into heaven and descended? Who hath gathered the wind in his fists? Who hath bound the waters in his garment? Who hath established all the ends of the earth? What is his name, or what is his son's name, if thou knowest? Every word of God is tried. He is a shield unto them that take refuge in him. Add thou not unto his words, lest he reprove thee, and thou be found a liar. Two things I've asked of thee. Deny them not before I die. Remove far from me the falsehood and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches, and feed me with the food that is needful for me, lest I be full and deny thee, and say, Who is Jehovah? Or lest I be poor and steal, and use profanely the name of my God. Slander not a servant unto his master, lest he curse thee, and thou be held guilty. There's a generation that curse their father, and bless their mother. There is a generation that are pure in their own eyes, and yet are not washed from their filthiness. There is a generation, oh, how lofty are their eyes, and their eyelids are lifted up. There's a generation whose teeth are as swords, and their jaw as knives, to devour the poor off the earth and the needy from among men. The horse leech hath two daughters, crying, Give and give. These are three things that are never satisfied, yea, four that never say enough. Sheol, the barren womb, the earth that is not satisfied with water, and the fire that saith not enough. The eye mocketh at his father, and despiseth to obey his mother. The ravens of the valley shall pick it out, and the young eagles shall eat it. There are three things which are too wonderful for me, yea, four which I know not. The way of an eagle in the air, the way of a serpent upon a rock, the way of the ship in the midst of a sea, and the way of a man with a maiden. So is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth and wipeth her mouth, and saith, I've done no wickedness. For three things the earth doth tremble, and for four which it cannot bear. For a servant when he is king, and a fool when he is filled with food. For an odious woman when she is married, and a handmaid that is heir to her mistress. There are four things which are little upon the earth, but are exceedingly wise. The ants are a people not strong, yet they provide their food in the summer. The conies are but a feeble folk, yet they make their houses in the rocks. The locusts have no king, yet they go forth in all of them by bands. The lizard taketh hold with her hands, yet she is in kings' palaces. There are three things which are stately in their march, yea, four which are stately in going. The lion, which is mightiest among beasts, and turneth not away for any. The greyhound, and the he-goat also, and the king against whom there is no rising up. If thou hast done foolishly in lifting thyself up, or if thou hast thought evil, lay thy hand upon thy mouth. For the churning of milk bringeth forth butter, and the wringing of the nose bringeth forth blood, so the forcing of wrath bringeth forth strife. There's a lot here. 30 is a lot to unpack. But I often feel this way, translation or not. Proverbs 30, like, I'm more brutish than any man, and I have not the understanding of a man. I've not learned wisdom, or neither I have knowledge of the Holy One. In another translation, it says, like, truly I'm too stupid to be a man. Well, that's how I feel some days. So that's why I'm reading Proverbs. I want to be more wise. I want to be more holy. So this is my effort. Let y'all bear witness to it. Also, I like the remove far from me falsehood and lies, and give me neither nor poverty nor riches. Feed me with the food that's needful for me, lest I be full and deny thee, and say, Who's Jehovah? Or lest I be poor and steal, and use profanely the name of my God. It says in another verse, like, people will steal, to feed themselves, and how are you going to hold somebody that guilty, so to speak, or degrees of guilty when they're feeding themselves, versus, someone who steals from the poor, for instance. So as you can hear, I've got a whole crew of kids, and they are not being quiet for this. So let me say goodbye here. Go forth with God. Be blessed.